Hey family, how you guys doing? Welcome to Phie.Love Intuitive Conversations. I hope you guys are good. Yeah. If you like my content, please do like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, if there's any negativity, if there's any hate, please do keep that on your side of the street, okay? It won't be acknowledged. So, family, in this video, I'm being guided by Spirit to briefly talk about our season of stillness, okay? So, with all that's happening in the energetic realm, right, in the higher realms, all the changes that are going on with the vibration rising, a lot more people are being called into a season of stillness. The season of stillness, to some in the beginning, especially if you're fully acclimated to the hustle and bustle of the world, and you are, fully entrenched in the programming that you need to be busy, you need to look important, you need to be validated by, what you produce, what you output. You need to earn your place, you need to earn your keep, right? These are all slave programming mindsets and paradigms that the general population is programmed into, right? On top of all of that, you are dealing with looking for validation, looking to feel important, right? And programmed to feel guilty if you're not busy, if you're not so-called doing something with your life, right? If you take a moment to really think about that, what does that actually mean? Doing something with your life according to who? Having that notion and that narrative, hanging in the background over you, unconsciously, right, is a pressure that you live with every single day in itself. A pressure that has you constantly, unconsciously thinking and feeling like you're not doing enough, like you're not good enough, like you need to continue, producing validation from the external world around you to let you know that you're worthy, that you're earning your keep, that you're here, right? And that, you're not useless, and that your world and your environment around you isn't going to shun you for not looking busy, not being important, not looking like you're doing something with your life, right? Can you imagine people who throw that judgment on you themselves might not be doing anything with their lives, right? According to whatever the standard is out there that each individual has, applied to their own mind with regards to that. So there's that. Then there's also just trying to always keep up the persona, trying to always keep up the ego personality, right? That is draining. It's energetically consuming, right? It's distracting. Like, it's a lot. And that's also where depression comes in, because you become tired of having to keep up a personality that isn't yours, having to keep up a character that, is trying to somehow, under its illusion, maintain its relevance in the world stage that it believes it's existing in the experience that everybody else is in, right? So when the divine calls you into your season of stillness, a part apart from it also being another method the divine uses, Most High, the universe, apart from it being another method to move, to bring redirection into your life, it's also just another way to give you a break from yourself, beyond the break you need from the outside world. The divine is giving you an opportunity to take a break from yourself. You take the time to sit and you think about all that I've just said, which is just a fraction of it, right? And you can be like, oh my goodness, I'm actually really a very busy person. I don't realize how on different levels and different layers I'm constantly occupied. My attention, my energy, my doing, right? I'm constantly occupied. I'm constantly doing. Whether I'm physically active or whether my mind and my insecurities and whatever it is just going. So when you're being called into a season of stillness, it is necessary, and it's something that you can actually be grateful for. In the beginning, it may be difficult, it may be hard, you may not understand what is happening. Why are things slowing down? Why are my energy levels suddenly just on the floor? The divine is pulling your energy levels down to force you into rest. Why do I suddenly not feel like doing this and that? Why don't I have the energy to take care of things in my home? Why don't I have the energy to go to work? You know, all of these things you'll be, some might be called to take a sabbatical. Some might be called to go and spend more time in nature, to go into the rural, to go into the country. Some might be called to spend more time at home, to distance themselves from friends at home, to quit their jobs, to do all the things that gradually tap you out of whatever it is that you're constantly engaged in on the outside, and also that layer of whatever it is on the ego personality side that you're constantly tapped into and engaged in. The divine will bring it all down, will slow it all down. Even your money might slow down to frustrate you to sit and start listening and thinking, listening to yourself, and thinking of and sort of tapping out from all the stuff that you're just constantly tapped into and consumed with. So don't be angry when, or frustrated, or try and fight it and push against it when the divine is bringing you into your season of stillness. And you can't ever really say how long it's going to last. For every person it can be different. It can be a few months, even to a few years. But the divine, the universe, will find a way to get you to sit down. They will slow the relationships down. They will slow all kinds of things down in your life. In the beginning it will be confusing, but you will soon come to a knowing within yourself that, you know what, I think I'm being called right now to just sit. I'm being called to be still. I'm being called to ground. I'm being called to align to myself. Okay. So see it as a blessing. See it as a chance to deprogram yourself from all the pressures of needing to be what you unconsciously live in, thinking that the world wants you to be, that your family wants you to be, that you have put the pressures and the standards and the ideas and the whatever it is that you've put on yourself to want to live up to, that you think will, make you worthy, that you think you need to achieve. When you move into this season of stillness, you start learning that none of it actually matters. You start learning that it's all an illusion, and it's all things that you've built up, stories that you've bought into from the outside and in your head, out of your fears, okay, out of your lack. The season of stillness will bring is an a part. It's another way for the, like I've said, for the divine to bring redirection into your life. The other method is when these unexpected events happen that sort of redirect you. Things that shock you into a different direction. Things that shock you into awakening to something and making a different decision. The season of stillness is also a different way of doing that, but it's a time that the divine is going to use to connect with you. It's a time that the divine is going to use to work with you on the inside, to work on you on the inside. And as you move through that time, you're going to realize for yourself, without the need for validation or understanding from people on the outside, you're going to recognize how the changes over time are going to start happening within you. How the stillness and how the peace and the quiet and the opportunity for the divine to imprint new perspective onto your mind has you consciously deciding within you during contemplation, during introspection, consciously deciding to move into different perspectives, awaken to different perspectives, release certain things internally and energetically, right? That at the that during that time of stillness changes your energy, changes your vibe, changes the way you resonate, changes what you resonate with, breaks the cycles of things and people and the distractions and all the things on the outside that you've been so caught up in. Being still gives a chance to create a break between what you've always consciously been in and moving into something different. Once that gap happens, it's like you raise, and when you go back into the world, when you move back and you move out of the season of stillness, you no longer resonate. You move into stillness here, the break happens, you start raising in perspective, you no longer resonate with this anymore. So you're living a different experience with a different mind and a different eye, a different inner man, a different way of processing and understanding information. You're a vessel now that is accommodating for more information from the higher realms, from the ethers, that is guiding you differently. Your season of stillness will also align you to hearing and aligning to the higher guidance, and not so much relying anymore on the guidance and the dictates of the outside. So don't take the process of moving into your season of stillness for granted. Don't fight it, because it's just going to get harder and more uncomfortable. You're going to make yourself sick. You're going to feel frustrated. The divine is going to make it hard for you to make money. The divine is going to make it hard for you to make plans. The divine is going to make it hard for you to engage with your friends and with your family and all those things. You just won't resonate with the things that they talk about and whatever it is that they're about anymore. And it's divinely orchestrated to be that way. You're going to feel, and you'll find yourself saying to yourself, things are a little different. I feel different. I don't care for the things that people are talking about anymore. I don't care for the things that people, in my life are doing anymore. I don't want to be around people. I actually want to just spend more time on my own. You'll want to be in your own space more, in your own energy, and in an energy that's more calm and peaceful. You won't want to be distracted by things all the time. Even the music you listen to is going to change. It's going to match, the energy of stillness and calm that the universe is trying to cultivate within and around you. Okay? So, don't resist the gift you're being given to take a break from yourself, to take a break from your personality, to take a break from the person that you believe you need to be, and put all your energy in trying to be and perform for the world that you are in every single day, at work, or whatever it is, right? It's a time where you listen to yourself and you trust. And you'll know when it's happening. You'll just feel different. It's the time that you're meant to trust. I'm not telling you to leave your job, but when these things happen, you're going to feel things like leaving your job, leaving things behind. Don't be anxious. If you learn to trust the universe, you'll recognize that there will always be something to catch you on the other side. You're going to learn to deprogram yourself from always needing the most biggest and extravagant solution. You're going to start learning to appreciate the simpler, smaller solutions that allow you to take a step forward, right? Start learning to, in your season of stillness, to recognize that your day is taken care of. Not like what might be normal for you right now, where you're existing in your day, but you're stressed about tomorrow, you're stressed about next month, you're stressed about next week, you're stressed about buying this, doing that, getting this, not having this, needing that, living in an experience within your mind of what you need to do, what you don't have, what you want to get, right? Your experience is all about where you want to go and what you want to, what you don't have, lack, right? Your season of stillness is going to teach you to be present. It's going to teach you to be able to be in your moment, be in your day, recognize that your day is taken care of. My day today is taken care of, and for that I am grateful. Be grateful that your day is taken care of. There you can find contentment. Not that elusive word called happiness. What you look for is contentment, and you can be content when you know. You can be grateful, and you can be at peace, and you can be present, and you can rest, and you can settle in knowing that my day today is taken care of. My food is taken care of. I have money to get me through my day. I have a roof over my head. My children are fine. I'm healthy. Today is fine. And I'm in my season of stillness, and I know that I'm not alone, and I know that with the divine, I'll be guided, and tomorrow will also be fine. But I'm grateful that today is fine, so I will just be. Learn to start being, and deprogram yourself from this thing that the slave mind has everybody, this paradigm of needing to always be doing, right? Doing. You're supposed to be being a human being, right? Everybody is a human doing. You're not doing what you're supposed to do as a human being. You're supposed to be. Because then when you be, the universe can work with you and allow you and everything to be aligned and fall into place according to your spiritual blueprint. Everything is already taken care of. Things will come to you at the right time. You don't have to always be doing to try and get something the system has told you that you don't have. The system has told you that you need. Stressed about your survival. In a realm where we're abundant, it's a system that has chosen to regulate and restrict and artificially create scarcity. Right? So, don't fight when you're moving towards your season of stillness, okay? And when you're in your season of stillness, be grateful, okay? Don't take it for granted and know that it's not going to be there forever. And that it also has its purpose in your life. It's a sacred time. It's a time for you to connect with the divine and the Most High. It's a time for you to connect with yourself. It's a time for you to shed. Okay, shit, it is hot in here today. It's time for you to shed. And it's time for you to separate yourself from the ego personality and have the courage to align with yourself and not be afraid to face what and who you are. Own it. Don't think that you're the only one who goes through things, or who has things to work out within themselves, or who has things that the outside world labels as a flaw. Everybody has something, right? Learn to love and accept yourself. Learn to understand where you are, and understand that you're in your own experience, and your own soul has its own things that it's working out here. So don't try and align to somebody else's experience. You will be drawn to and aligned with the right people at the right time. And if there are people that you need to work things out with, they will arrive in your experience when the time is right. And the divine will always prepare you to conquer and overcome what needs to be conquered or overcome. And to receive and put down whatever needs to be received or put down. But you won't move into that flow and into that swing and into the alignment of your spiritual blueprint if you're constantly wrapped up in doing and in fear and in worry and in this illusion of needing to always fight for your survival and not having enough and accumulating and increase and a whole lot of things, right? So don't fight against it. When you move into awareness that the things seem to be moving around in a way that's uncommon in your life, and you start feeling off, the divine has switched you off to certain things, the divine has dropped your energy in certain situations, to rest, to let go, to not, don't fight it. Rest, put it down, sleep, take some time to just be alone, be in ponder mode. It's a season of stillness. People are going to have to start learning how to move with the flow and the guidance of the divine. As I said, we're moving into a divinely led experience. No longer an experience that's going to be led and dictated by the things that are in the physical world and the 3D world. That's all slowly being dismantled and taken away. And people who can't get with the program, as I said, it will be a process of natural selection, okay? They will also move out and move later to a realm after their own disembodiment, into a realm that caters for a consciousness, a soul, a mind that is still very bound to the third dimension. We are moving into the fourth and fifth dimension here in this realm on Earth. Okay. So I hope this has resonated. I hope it's made sense. And if you're being called into your season of stillness, if you are in your season of stillness, relax and just learn to be. Okay. Let what wants to come, come. and let what wants to go, go. You're not alone. And if you're feeling led and guided to let something go, to drop something, don't be afraid. You will be caught on the other side. Once you make the decision, once you take the step, right? The divine helps those who choose to help themselves. Once you take a leap of faith, once you learn how to trust, the solution, the next step will be made apparent to you. It also took a lot for me to learn in the beginning, but I'm learning. I've learned, okay, and I'm still learning. It's not easy. It doesn't happen overnight. So, like I said, your season of stillness it might go on for a few months. It might go on for a few years. You just have to sort of lean into it and, follow what comes up. Follow what you're led to do, even if it's something small. Follow if you're guided to create. Follow if you're guided to build. Follow if you're guided to learn. Follow if you're guided to read. Follow if it's something different. And try not to always be aligned with the outside world or fighting to be aligned with the outside world. When it's your time, it's your time. And resisting it will only just make the experience harder. Okay? There are forces and there are others, other things present with us in higher vibration that are influencing and participating in our experience that we don't see with our physical eyes. Okay? So, getting into alignment, learning to trust your intuition, learning to tap into your higher guidance, getting yourself spiritually tapped in and aligned, all works to your benefit in the end. Okay? Anyway, I'm going to pull a card today from Flower Therapy. Okay? The Flower Therapy deck by Doreen Virtue, and see what Spirit has to support our conversation, or to give somebody who's watching our video a nudge in a specific direction. Okay, let's see. Spirit, may I please have one card? The red rose. Open your heart. Okay, so everything I've just said speaks to you moving through your heart, following your heart, not the outside, not the programming. You're going to start deprogramming yourself from the programming and the pressure to follow the programming. And your season of stillness is going to start teaching you how to follow your heart, how to interpret the impressions from your higher guidance and your spirit family and your spirit team who are with you, right? Through your heart. Okay? The card says, your potential for greater love rests in opening your heart. Blockages and wounds from your past will be healed, and you'll be met with the true passion you seek, right? So, yeah, you will also be healed through this experience. The divine, through your time of stillness, will bring things to the fore to look at, to deal with, to clear out and release and heal and raise your energy and raise your vibration and make you lighter. There's a whole process that will happen. Be open to it, be receiving, and understand it's a gift. Okay, you're going through a sacred time. Other people get closer to their, to their Bible, to their religious texts during these times. And, for some people that's very grounding. For others, they feel led in different ways. They connect more with nature. They pray more. Prayer is also a really good way to ground, and gratitude lists, being grateful just as you move through your day, as you recognize the little, the little blessings and things that work out for you in the day, small things that might work out for you in the day, that flow nicely through the day, and just be internally grateful for them. that's also something, that the universe responds positively to those things, and it attracts blessings too. Okay. Anyway, family, I'm gonna leave it there. uh, I don't feel to read the book, so yeah. Okay. I'll see you in the next video.